critically important to our success for the community to be involved. Critically important. We need the community's support for the success of our program. The students, alumni, fans, buckle your seatbelt. Buckle your seatbelt. Buckle your seatbelt. Remember that. Buckle your seatbelt. We're going somewhere. We're going to recreate the atmosphere in Coleman Coliseum. The fans are going to be more involved than they've ever been in the last 10 years of the university or 15 years of the University of Alabama's program. But we need you. We're going to perform with passion, perseverance, but we need your support. Former Alabama, University of Alabama players, you're welcome. We need you to come back on campus. We want to see you at games. You have an open invitation. We want to see you interact with our students. We want you to meet our players. We need your presence here at the university. Why did I take this job? I had a burning desire to get back into coaching, but specifically to coach on the collegiate level. Specifically to coach on the collegiate level. I've already coached on the NBA, 2 separate stints, but I wanted to coach on the collegiate level. And when Coach Battle called and introduced himself and asked me, to entertain the idea of coaching the University of Alabama, I said, come on down, Coach. I would love to meet with you. Because when the University of Alabama called, you take the phone call. All right? Let me repeat that. When the University of Alabama calls, when Coach Bill Battle calls, you pick up the phone. And that's what I did. And I'm glad I did. Because, again, I always had a desire to coach on a collegiate level. I've fortunately been able to be a major part on the recruiting circuit in terms of my son's recruiting. So I have a crystal clear picture of what it takes on the recruiting circuit. And so a lot of our opponents are critics, and I know Coach Battle probably got this from some people about, hey, Coach Avery has never coached in college. How is he going to recruit? How is he going to recruit? He's never coached in college. Well, here's what I would say. When Coach Avery Johnson walks into a recruit's living room, they recognize Coach Avery Johnson on some level, whether it's the kid, the AAU coach, the high school coach, or the parent. Somebody recognizes Coach Avery and his New Orleans accent from TV. Somebody recognizes Coach Avery from being Coach of the Year on the highest level in the NBA. Somebody recognizes Coach Avery from coaching in the NBA Finals in 2006. Somebody recognizes Coach Avery from having a 16-year NBA career where he basically came in the back door because he was undrafted. Somebody recognizes Coach Avery because nobody's led the NCAA in assists 1 year with averaging 13.3 assists. So those are great qualifications. And if you want to make it to the next level as an NBA player, I'm your guy. If you want to graduate from college and be a 4-year student, I'm your guy. My daughter's graduating from the University of Pennsylvania with a double degree. She's getting a degree in Mandarin Chinese and business economics through the Wharton School of Business and a minor in geology. So I know how to train a child along with my wife to graduate from college. So those qualifications, I think they meet the recruiting qualifications. When I look at the landscape of what's happening in the SEC, there are some great teams. There's some great teams. We have to get to work. Coach Pat and I, as soon as we finish this press conference, we have work to do. But I've never been shy of rolling up my sleeves. Never been shy at wanting to go to work. And I promise you, I will work morning, noon, and night to get the job done. Brenda, my executive assistant, it was funny, my wife and I, we were in the office, and she can tell you that this story is true. One of the things I did, ladies and gentlemen, was I looked at the sofa and I raised it up because I was trying to see whether it was a sofa bed. And Brenda looked at me and said, Coach, what are you doing? I said, Brenda, I'm a guy that likes to sleep in the office, so we're going to have to change this out and get a sofa bed. But the whole idea is we're about excellence. This is about a pursuit of excellence. It's not about mediocrity. I wouldn't have signed up for this job if I thought it was anything but an opportunity to be excellent. I wrote a book several years ago called Aspire Higher. That's the book I wrote a couple of years ago, and it was about discipline and details and determination and making good decisions, telling my life story, being weaved into that theme. That's why I'm here. We're not thinking about just the SEC or the first round of the NCAA tournament or the Elite Eight. This is about aspiring higher. This is about getting to the big dance. And if I didn't think we could do it, I would have stayed in television. But we have great potential here, great resources. And to my brethren in the media, I want to thank you for being here. You don't have to worry about me with quick sound bites. I like to tell long stories. It's a level playing field. There are not going to be any favorites in terms of the media. I'm going to be very accessible. I've already talked it over with Doug and Aaron. I know the drill. When I was 39 years old and took over as a head coach in the NBA, I was a little bit cautious about the media and conservative. But I'm 50 years old now. I just had a birthday a couple of weeks ago. So I'm a little bit more mature, and because I've had 2 separate stints in the media, I'm a little bit more sympathetic and empathetic to what you're doing. So just know that I'm going to be a friend to the media, because I know you guys can help us get our message out. So thank you for being here. In closing, I want to just again say to the University of Alabama Crimson Tide fans, friends, family, community, we're going to get the job done. Even though Coach Battle blessed me with a 6-year contract, it's not going to take that long, Coach. And I am so excited in closing to say this. I've been waiting to say this officially at this press conference. And I know a lot of you have been waiting for me to say this. I just want to say 2 words in closing. Roll Tide. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.